Hi, this is Jonas from KATATONIA, and you're watching PITCAM.tv.
So you guys are about halfway through the acoustic tour. How's it been going so far?
Really good, better than expected actually. It's been the first 2-3 shows, I think, quite nervous. Yesterday, the fourth one, everybody seems to just fall into place, and so it feels really good. It's a different setting, but it's all very exciting for us, and hopefully for the audience.
I expect so, yeah. You guys have been around for a long time, and you've done so many tours, played all over the world. How does a tour like this one compare to the big tours on the big stages?
It's very different, but I think for me personally, I feel it's a much more musical environment to do this, especially when you play these kind of venues. It's not about any poses or anything, it's all about the music, because we're just sitting down, we're not even rocking out, you know. It's just all about the music, so that's the big difference.
And you enjoy playing like that?
Yes, definitely. I wasn't sure first because we've never done this before. But now I feel really at home doing it, you know.
So Dethroned and Uncrowned is sort of the reworked and acoustic version of Dead End Kings. Why did you guys decide to do an album like this at this point?
Because when we did Dead End Kings, we realized how much music was there in the background, which is hard to bring up in the mix because everything needs to be heard, sort of. And once we realized if you take away all the heavy drums and heavy guitars, there's another layer of very nice music that you maybe you're not able to hear it on the album as much as. So we it's an experiment. We just took all of that heavy stuff away and kept the mellow stuff, atmospheric stuff, and then just added some acoustic guitar to it, and there was another album pretty much.
So why the title Dethroned and Uncrowned?
Because if the Dead End Kings album was the king, and then we just took away the crown from him.
So I assume that you've had to rework quite a few of your older songs as well for this tour?
Yeah, we had to. I mean, we didn't want to just play the dethroned songs. So, and it was fun to go back and see what we could do with the other songs as well. I mean, it's just a challenge to find a way to make it work and to make it as, you know, beautiful as the songs were on the Dethroned album, as we thought, you know. So it's been a nice work digging in the cellar of the old stuff.
Did it make you see the old songs in sort of a new light?
Definitely, yeah. Some of the stuff sounds pretty different from the original versions, and there is also space for us to do something different with them, and you know, improve a little bit. Because some of them are old, and back then we weren't as experienced as we are now. So it's nice. We try to stay true to it. We don't want to alter it too much because it's that's not good either. But just improve it a little bit and make it fit with the rest.
Are there any songs from way back that has like that is really special to you guys, that has like a special place in your heart?
I think for me, there's a song called Day that we're playing now that we've never played live before. It's from the album Brave Murder Day.
Really?
Came out in '96, and it was the first song where I ever did the clean vocals. So for me, that's, I mean, it's pretty much the foundation of what I'm doing now. Just, well, if I listen to the original version, I think it doesn't sound very good, but now that we're doing it with more confidence, it's nice to be able to see the, you know, the difference.
Do you guys still feel connected to your death and doom metal roots?
Absolutely. I mean, it's what got us here. If we weren't into that stuff, we probably wouldn't have come all the way, because it's, I think that kind of music is easy to experiment with. It's easy to find your own sort of agenda, what you want to do, and then you can just narrow it down to whatever style you want to do, and then just go from there.
Does it ever feel like people label you wrongly? Like they still label you as a metal band, and that's not what you want to be? Or like if you think about a band like Anathema, I know they have that problem. What's it like for you guys?
Yeah, I think Anathema might be a little bit more mellow all the way than what we are. I mean, we're doing this now. It's very mellow, but we still keep a heavy edge to. I mean, Dead and Kings for me is quite heavy. It's a metal album, but it's. I mean, Anathema have their heavy moments as well, but I think they left it a little bit more than we did. So, yeah, people can label us whatever they want. You know, as long as they like the music, that's fine with me.
Yeah. Scandinavia and the Nordic countries, they've always been known for this dark, depressing, melancholic music. Do you guys have a theory on why it's like that? Why this kind of music has flourished like it has up there?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I think it might be a mix of the sort of the weather, the nature, that kind of barren environment, and also the Scandinavian folk music is very, very, very dark and depressing. Yeah. Because it's back in the day, as you know, the Scandinavian countries, they were really poor. Yeah. And I think the folk music reflects that, the traditional songs, like peasants just singing about how things don't grow there. Yeah, so it might be a heritage from that.
Yeah, cool. Where do you guys have the most passionate fan base? Is it up there or is it more in the south? Because I know that the people like in Turkey and Greece, and they also really love this dark music. Huh?
I would say probably more in the south, in the southern places, even also like South America and Mexico, that kind of. But we also have a really big following in Finland, which is nice because it's a neighbor, brother country, and Sweden, not really. You know, it's we have fans there, but not as much as in Finland, for example. So it's all different.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that you don't have as many fans back home as in other countries? I mean, I know it's like that for a lot of bands, that they sort of have to leave to get big.
I think it's a common thing. Yeah. You just don't get really, really big in your home country unless you're like huge, you know. So I don't know. I don't mind.
You don't care?
No, I don't really care.
Yeah. I know that Dethroned and Uncrowned was a crowdfunding campaign, and you got the money together pretty fast, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple of days, 3 days, something like that. It's just insane.
Did that surprise you?
It did surprise me, and it was a happy surprise because it gave me it was an eye-opener to see that how supportive people are about our band. And you know, I knew that before, but to see that happening so fast was just great. It's just fantastic.
Your drummer Daniel left about a month ago, and one of the reasons he cited was financial. Is it getting so hard to live off of being a musician that people should start worrying about their favorite bands breaking up because of this?
Well, I think on the level that we are, where we are, it's very hard. It's tough to live off the music, first of all, and then if you should have like a side job, then you can't really do the touring that you want to do. So it's like a vicious circle. You never really get out of it on this level. So it's a sad, you know, sort of development that's going on. I don't know what to do about it. We just try to keep on.
Could you have done the acoustic album without the crowdfunding campaign? Would you have gotten the funds to do it from the label?
I don't think so, because the idea just sprung up when we did the Dead and Kings album, and I don't think the label would be very happy to hear that, oh, we're going to do another album as well, just after this one, and it will also cost money. So this was our idea, and we really felt strongly for it, so therefore we needed to ask for some help.
You've been posting a lot of pictures of KATATONIA tattoos on your Facebook. Yeah. Do you ever stop being amazed by the sheer amount of tattoos out there, featuring your lyrics and your artwork and everything?
No, actually, I'm amazed every time I see it. It's like, it's this wow feeling compared with, I hope they don't regret it in 10 years or something, you know, but it's definitely a very strong sign of commitment, doing that kind of thing. So I think we have very devoted fans, and that's good evidence of that.
How big a part do you think Travis Smith has in all this with his amazing artwork?
He's probably a strong reason for people wanting to do our stuff, because his art is just, first of all, it fits our music and lyrics and everything so good. It's like a perfect marriage, and then it just probably gives people another reason, if they already thought about having a band tattoo, and if the band's artwork is something extra, then there's another reason.
How do you work with him when he does his art? Do you give him like the title, the lyrics, or something for him to work off of? Yeah,
we usually start working with him at the same time as we start working with the recording of a new album. So I just try to send him titles, any complete lyrics that I have. And we, of course, also ideas, just the things that comes to our minds when we make the music. And so we work with him through the whole process. It's like recording, emailing Travis, recording, emailing Travis, you know, all kinds of ideas come up all the time. So it's an ongoing process. It's very creative.
Yeah, cool. So what's next for you guys now?
I think we've said that now, when this tour is finished, we will have to start writing a new album.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's busy, but I mean, the Dead and Kings album is getting quite old, actually. So it's about time.
And then touring and touring and touring after that.
Yeah.
Do you ever get tired of it?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think the positive aspects are bigger than the negative ones. So it's fine.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.